Hey, coffee lovers, welcome back. I'm Sarah.
And I'm John. And today we're diving into one of our all-time favourite topics, coffee. Whether you're drinking a fresh cup right now or just curious about the buzz behind this brew, we're going to share some surprising benefits and fun coffee facts that might change the way you think about it.
Before we jump in, we've got to remind you, if you're enjoying the podcast, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us keep making great episodes, and we love having you here. So, I looked it up, and it's kind of wild. People drink over 2 billion cups of coffee every single day. And coffee's actually the second most popular beverage in the world, after water.
That's amazing. It's like coffee's this universal language. People from all over drink it for all kinds of reasons: energy, comfort, or even tradition. And yeah, it all started in Ethiopia with these shepherds who noticed their goats were acting extra lively after eating coffee berries.
Imagine those goats just bouncing around. But it's funny to think coffee went from energizing goats in Ethiopia to becoming a worldwide ritual. And now it's more than just a drink. It's a culture, a way to connect with others, and a daily ritual for millions. So, let's talk about why people actually drink coffee. Sure, it's delicious, but for most of us, it's all about that energy boost, right? I mean, I can't even start my day without it. But there's more to the wake-up effect than just feeling awake, right?
Exactly. The caffeine in coffee doesn't just give you a quick jolt. It actually blocks a chemical in your brain called adenosine, which makes you feel tired. So when you drink coffee, that sleepy feeling fades away and you're more alert and focused.
And athletes actually drink coffee before their workouts because caffeine can enhance endurance. Isn't that cool? It's like a little secret weapon for stamina, and it's way more affordable than most supplements. Have you ever tried coffee before a workout, John?
Yup. Research shows coffee can actually improve physical stamina and reduce the perception of effort. So athletes use it as a natural way to push themselves a little further, which I think is awesome. I mean, think about it. An energy boost that's affordable and natural.
And speaking of brain power, coffee isn't just about feeling alert. It's also amazing for focus and memory. Studies actually show caffeine can help improve reaction times, concentration, and even our ability to learn. It's pretty much a productivity powerhouse.
Yeah, it's perfect for focusing on work or studying too. Caffeine activates dopamine, which is that feel-good neurotransmitter, so you feel more motivated and engaged. It's kind of like your brain's little support system.
Totally. Coffee is my go-to when I need to get creative or tackle a tough project. It's like my brain's best friend, giving me a little pep talk in a cup. And I have to say, it works every time. But here's something I think a lot of people don't know. Coffee is loaded with antioxidants. Most people think coffee is just caffeine and water, but it's actually packed with these compounds that help protect our cells from damage.
Now here's something most people don't know. Coffee isn't just caffeine and water. It's actually packed with antioxidants.
Right. Coffee even has nutrients like vitamins B2 and B3, manganese, and potassium. Now, it's not going to replace your multivitamin, but it's a nice little bonus with each cup.
And it's got nutrients too, like vitamins B2 and B3, manganese, and potassium. It's not going to replace your multivitamin, but it's a nice little bonus for something we're already drinking every day.
And it's not just about physical health. I've definitely noticed that coffee can make my whole day feel better. Studies show that regular coffee drinkers might have a lower risk of depression, which is pretty amazing.
Yes, and it's not just in our heads. Coffee actually affects our mood by releasing dopamine and serotonin, which are chemicals that make us feel good.
I love that. It's science-backed happiness in a mug. And for me, it's not just the coffee itself. It's the ritual of making it, the smell, that first sip. It all just feels so cozy and uplifting.
That's amazing. Plus, coffee's kind of like a little mood-lifting ritual. You know, you sit, you sip, and everything just feels right. There's something really comforting about it.
Who knew coffee was such a powerhouse? I'm definitely feeling even better about my daily coffee now. Plus, there's something about sharing coffee that's just so special.
Yup, and coffee might even have protective effects on the brain. Some research suggests regular coffee drinkers may have a lower risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. That's just one more reason to enjoy every cup. You know what else I love about coffee? It brings people together. Coffee has this way of creating a comfortable, welcoming vibe. It's like a social magnet.
Totally. Meeting someone for coffee is like a universal invite. And in a lot of cultures, sharing coffee is a tradition. Like in Italy, grabbing an espresso with friends is just part of the day. In Ethiopia, there's a whole coffee ceremony with 3 rounds of coffee for guests. It's all about connection.
Yeah, coffee shops are like the go-to place for so many connections. Whether you're working on a project, catching up with friends, or even on a date, coffee just fits.
All right, John, let's talk hacks. We all want to make our coffee a little better, right? One trick I learned recently is cold brewing. If you're someone who finds coffee too bitter, try cold brewing. It's smoother, less acidic, and naturally sweeter.
Definitely. So here's one hack. Try cold brewing if you find coffee too bitter. Cold brewed coffee has this smooth, naturally sweet flavour, and the lower acidity is great if you're sensitive to that bitterness.
And here's another one. Adding a pinch of salt to your coffee grounds can cut down on bitterness. It sounds weird, but it works. I was skeptical, but after trying it, I swear it made my coffee taste richer and smoother.
Love it! Also, experimenting with different beans can really change the experience. Light roasts have brighter, almost fruity flavours, while dark roasts are bold and rich. Trying new beans and roasts is like a little coffee adventure.
And as much as I love coffee, we have to be real. A little moderation goes a long way, because too much caffeine can lead to those jittery feelings, anxiety, or even disrupt your sleep. So, finding your limit is key, especially if you're someone who drinks coffee later in the day.
Right. Too much caffeine can lead to those jittery feelings, anxiety, or even disrupt your sleep. So knowing your own limits, especially with coffee later in the day, is key.
And remember, if you're loading up on sugar and cream, it can turn your coffee from a healthy boost into a calorie bomb. Cutting back or trying alternatives like almond milk or just a bit of honey can make it healthier without losing that flavor.
All right, Sarah, I think we covered all the highlights. Coffee really is amazing. An energy booster, a mood lifter, a health helper, all in one.
And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the episode. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll catch you in the next episode of Podcast Channel Name. Until then, enjoy every sip.